But I
Well,
don't.
hold on, this is important though. Have we ever heard the mainstream media or yourself come up and say, how could a Christian vote for George W. Bush? Have you ever heard that argument?
No.
Liberals wonder why Christians love Donald Trump so much when he has made some major mistakes. Check out what Charlie Kirk says to that.
We are not electing Donald Trump as a pastor of this country. We're electing him as a president. And we also see what he does. And this is a very important moral question. Let's say I grant you that Donald Trump embodies some of the sins that you and I both don't like. Is it matter more of what he's done in his personal life? Or does it matter more, for example, when you invade a sovereign country like Iraq and commit war crimes against millions of people?
Well, Donald Trump has contrasted multiple Christian values, but I don't.
Well, hold on, this is important though. Have we ever heard the mainstream media or yourself come up and say, how could a Christian vote for George W. Bush? Have you ever heard that argument?
No, but
Well, hold on. George W. Bush invaded a sovereign country under lies and pretenses, and thousands of American soldiers died, and hundreds of thousands have PTSD, and millions of people had their lives displaced. We never say that George W. Bush was a bad Christian. Yet Donald Trump was the one that didn't declare any new wars. Blessed are the peacemakers. Donald Trump was the one that fought for the unborn and got Roe versus Wade repealed, and we have abortion laws across the country that are pro-life. The point is that it's easy to nitpick at Donald Trump's personal life, but what he actually did to impact the country was far greater than other presidents that called themselves Christians in years past.
okay. It still doesn't quite make sense why a Christian would vote for him, but I appreciate your input. I guess I put that very vaguely. I don't understand how Christians are okay with so much that he does, because he also refuses to accept responsibility and take accountability.
Well, but because we read the Bible, and the Bible is full of people that have very, very difficult, let's just say, colorful lives, and still are used for God's purpose. And and by the way, it's very easy to say, are you a sinner? You're not a Christian, but let's just say,
Yes, I've sinned.
yeah, we're all sinners. And so we look at Donald Trump and we say, wow, this is a guy who's obviously broken. We're all broken. And what do you do with your broken life? Do you just golf all the time and fly around the world and hope things get better? Or do you get in the arena and fight for the country to the extent of where you get shot, you're under assassination attempts over every day, and your business empire gets taken from you? That's incredible virtue that I'm going to teach my kids about and say, even if your back is against the wall, you keep on fighting. I think that's incredibly virtuous.
Okay.
Now, I'm a Christian, and I really love Donald Trump, and I believe God is using him. But how could I love someone to lead this country who has been married multiple times, who apparently had an affair, maybe multiple affairs, apparently liked to visit the Playboy Mansion, someone who uses quite colorful language against people? I could see why liberals would be like, well, dude, you're a hypocrite. Like, how could you like someone like that? And for me personally, it's not so much loving what he has done wrong, but loving the fact that God is using him in the world. It's the fact of seeing him almost get shot and a miracle happening to save his life. For all the pieces to line up for this dude to be killed, and last moment, he gets saved. That's God, y'all. And when that happened, that boosted my faith that the Lord has called him to do great things in the world. And it's also the fact that he seems to be for Christians, for the Bible, for freedom of speech, for life in the womb. These things that are godly and good and true. Mothers should not kill their babies. Which leads me to my next point. Maybe Donald Trump is not the perfect image of Jesus in the world, but I think he's a better image than the opposing sides, where it seems like these people don't care about babies in the womb. They don't really care about Christian rights. They don't really care about the Bible. They don't really care about the church. They don't really care about Israel. At least that's what it seems like. So for me, a lot of it is comparison. Maybe there would be someone better than Donald Trump that would be closer to Jesus. Maybe J.D. Vance will become that person. I don't know. But right now, what I'm seeing with my eyes is a man that God has appointed to do great things in the world. And now that he's going to be president, he can have that opportunity. Turn this nation back and to give us more time to preach the gospel in this country and in the countries abroad. So I may not like the fact he's had multiple wives and seems to have had an affair and frequented the Playboy Mansion. Maybe he says things I wouldn't myself say. The fact remains, when I pray about it, when I seek the Lord about it, I feel like God has chosen Donald Trump as an instrument to do good in the world, even with his flaws, even with his mistakes. And so my commitment is to what God desires to do. And if God had chosen Joe Biden or Kamala or Obama, then maybe I would agree with them. But I don't think that's the case. I feel like God has chosen Donald Trump, and Donald Trump is not my pastor, he's my president. God bless you.